she's not related to you. And I said, you know what, it doesn't matter, because for me, it was just doing what God would call anyone to do. Was whether or not we want to serve God the way we think we should serve God. You know, just giving our entire life, not just me, but the entire life. And this is just a perfect example of doing so. And to me, it was a great honor to do so. It's just one of those things you look back and say, God, you actually used me to do this, because life could be ended at any moment in time. To me, this is giving life, and this is what is so important.
I'm going to come right up from your shirt here. And in Clairmont, you sort of live by a certain motto with Christ up all day, every day. Is that sort of part of your ethic or ethos for life?
Yes, it is. We believe that Christ is the center of everything in your life. And if you're going to share Christ, you can't share Christ by just saying, I'm a Christian. I mean, we got a lot of those around, but you got to be a Christian. Christian life is your daily life. It's the way you live, the way you eat, the way you breathe, the way you think, the way you talk. It's a daily living. It's not just a partial thing.
And that's part of what you've done here by giving up a piece of your liver to a small child who's in 6 Kids Hospital right now.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
She can ask you some questions. Be talking with her. We'll just do a little bit of what they call B-roll at the end. Maybe you're putting on your headphones. We could sort of fake like you're online doing something. That's maybe I'll shoot you with your showing off your scars and stuff like that, because people are gonna want to see that. But I'm gonna also shoot you with your headphones on, like you're doing a radio show. Maybe we can do a little B-roll at the end, as they call, just for, you know, you're online, this is what you do, da-da-da, with the mic and everything like that. It makes it look more like, you know, this is your daily thing that you're doing. Right?
Okay.
Go ahead, ask what you're gonna ask, and just be talking to her.
Remember that this is not my daily thing. I work at Toronto General Hospital.
I know, but this is part of your whole sort of your whole thing that you do.
So what do you do at Toronto General?
I'm a hemo tech assistant at Toronto General Hospital. Started this in 1995. Been doing this now for, 13 years, I think it is.
The job at Toronto General?
Toronto General Hospital.
Okay. Tell me how you met Jada.
Well, Jada's mom is basically related to my ex-wife. And, and I heard a little bit about Jada. And I didn't really focus into it or think much about it until I actually saw Jada at my workplace, because Sick Kids is opposite from Toronto General Hospital. And in actually seeing the child, I recognized, I should go visit her someday. When I went to visit her, I recognized that she was actually sicker than I thought. You know, when you're not aware of what's happening, you recognize that she's much sicker than you thought, and without a liver transplant, there's no chance of life. At the time, I also had heard of a song. It's called "Lord, Whatever You Do in This Season, Please Don't Do It Without Me." It's more of a declaration, and we always have these things of making declarations and don't keep them. And I remember singing it in my church. It says, "Lord, whatever you're going to do in this season, please don't do it without me." And so I did the song in my church. I went to Trinidad, where my wife is from. I sang the song there. And when I was coming back from visiting Jada, and I saying, "God, what are you going to do about this child?" I mean, I've prayed about her healing and all that kind of stuff, but how are you going to heal her? And the Lord says, "You did say to me, if you're going to do it in this season, don't do it without me. What are you going to do about it?" I said, "Okay. If I have to do that, why?" So
when did you first meet her?
No, this is not when I first met Jada.
Oh, no.
This is after I went back to visit her, approximately like, that would be September, the end of September into October.
Of this year, right?
Of this year.
Okay. And so when was the day that you first met her?
Jada?
Yeah.
I met Jada at the beginning of September.
Of 2000 and...
actually, the end of July, September, yeah.
Of 2008?
2008.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you decided to give a piece of your liver. Were you scared at all? Did it ever...
No, that's the whole thing. I had no fear of going into this. I know most of the time people would think that it's a fearful decision. For me, it was no fear at all. I just thought, hey, let's do this.
Right.
You know, to me, you could say it wasn't like going and take a hair off your head or take a piece of nail and that's it. It's just let's do this, right? And as they explain more to me, and the more they explain, I recognize, wow, there's a lot more, but I still wasn't scared. And then finally, I remember the doctor says, well, some of the critical things that can happen. One of them is death. Still didn't fear. I had no fear about it. Because to me, you could walk out of your house, and something could run and hit you, and you're dead. You're done. So, if me doing this could give somebody life, that was an awesome experience. I'm sorry, I get emotional. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Take your time. It's be a very powerful experience for you, talking about this and then the recovering process as well.
Yeah, it is. And if you see the little girl, you tend to imagine, I have 4 children of my own, and they're all healthy, perfectly healthy. They had no problems. Even up to now, they still have problems. And then you see this young couple with their first child, and she's born with this, and there's not a chance of if she was going to live or die. And I'm thinking, God, how many of us have the opportunity to do this, and we just think so selfish. Being under the pain, it's going to take some time to recover. Yeah, we know that, but it's going to set you back for a couple of weeks, or a few weeks. But still, the joy of the whole thing is to see that at least you save a life.
And have you seen little Jada?
Yes, I have.
Yeah? How's she doing?
She still have a little bit of setbacks here and there. I think her bilirubin was up a little bit, but she's doing really well. As a matter of fact, she seems to have more energy than I do. I see her pulling her legs and doing all these different things. I think myself, I try pulling my leg right now, I'll be in serious pain. When I see her doing that, it's like, wow. So it tells you she's more resilient than I am. And being older too, a lot older, tells you, how much more strength that she has. And she'll overcome. It takes time. Everything takes time.
Any idea how long the recovery process is?
For myself or Jada?
For both.
For me, it's 6 to 12 weeks.
Okay.
For Jada, you're looking at probably around the same time when everything starts working. And probably a month, 3 months or so from now, 2 to 3 months from now, I guess, you probably, and I'm just speculating, you probably see more of Jada being more active, running around, and just be like, nothing ever happened.
And so, what does Jada's mom think about all this?
At the time when I told her, because remember her dad had also tried, and because of his liver anatomy it didn't work. Her grandfather had also tried, and it didn't work. And I think 2 other people tried it and it didn't work. So me coming along, how can you raise your hopes up, thinking that 4 people have tried already? Is this one going to work? So until that day, they told me, I don't remember. The night of after the operation was over, and I spoke to her for a bit, and I said, "How you doing?" And she heard my voice, and her daughter was still going through the operation. She started crying, and they said that I said to her, "Don't worry, hon, it's okay. It's gonna be all right." And I don't remember that, but they said I said that. But I guess from now, it's when everything became real to her that, hey, it's actually going to be. I promised her, and I said I am a man of my word. And I said, Jada's going to get her Christmas gift. It's called life. And I kept it. So my job is done.
Tell me about Trinidad. Are you going to be going over there, the Caribbean, to spread more awareness, or?
I don't know. Depending on after this is all over, my healing process, I still have to go back to work. But if the opportunity comes for me to go speak about that, I certainly will.